Well, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. Just depends on where you are. But my name is Roscoe Lee Owens, and I am your host in the Jazz Zone. And again, welcome to another one of these fantastic shows that'll be like no other. The way I want to start this show, because we're going to talk about the Los Angeles Black Business Expo and Trade Show that's going to be happening in '06. That is right away. But I want to start you off with what we did last year. And let's show them a clip of how this fantastic event evolved.
Sought after tickets this year was the Los Angeles Black Business Expo and Trade Show, the BBX 2005. The theme, Building Business Bridges, was indicative of just how it all came together behind the scenes, building the stage for 3 power-packed days of business networking, special events, and more. The Black Business Expo President Harold Hambrick's years of dedication and positive commitment is reflected in the fact that the Black Business Expo has become an icon in the Los Angeles community and beyond.
As a part of the LA Black Business Expo and Trade Show experience, what we promote more than anything else is networking. We try to get all of our businesses to get to know each other before we try to do anything with the businesses.
The fact is, an appearance by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger underscores the impact, influence, and importance of the Black Business Expo.
You never know who will drop in. I can't believe it. I have got the Governor himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is here with us live and in living color, visiting us on the floor of the Los Angeles Black Business Expo. How are you doing today, sir?
Terrific, thank you. It's great to be here today at the Black Business Expo. And it's really spectacular to see the great business activities here and all the great merchandise that's being sold here and offered here. And it is really nice to see the people and to meet the people. And I'm here to first of all just see what's going on here and the great things that are happening, and the great businesses that they're drumming up for the state of California. But also at the same time, I'm here to promote my ballot initiatives, Proposition 74, 75, 76, and 77.
The Black Business Expo was a tremendous success, with presenting sponsor One United Bank taking the lead, and with premier sponsors, exhibitors, and the community forming a cohesive business network. Executive producer Roscoe Lee Owens was there, representing JazzZone.net, a one-stop source for music, art, events, and more.
The space is beautiful. Mr. Harold Hambrick and that staff has done an awesome job at just getting this thing off the... That was excellent roll-in. I know when I had met Harold and the gentleman that put together that roll-in, his name is Larry Morris, because it's all about documentation. Speaking of documentation, we want to bring you right here to this year, 2006 LA Black Expo and Trade Show style on stage. We have with us some incredible artists, and I'm going to start with my left, which would be your right, with an incredible, beautiful, smiling young lady. Would you please give the category and your name?
Well, my name is Kalila. The category that I will be performing is one of my favorites, R&B, rhythm and blues.
Rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
I have to say that. And then right next to you, you have an incredibly hardworking gentleman, I know, as the assistant coordinator for the Urban Idol. Please introduce yourself as well, Randy.
Yes, my name is Randy, and I'm the assistant Urban Idol coordinator.
Which takes a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of work. Lots of phone calls, lots of emails.
We were just talking about the organizational skills that you must have and expect people to adhere to keep it
of course
on target.
Be professional at all times.
Go ahead, Randy.
All right.
There you go. And we have next to me, Jacqueline.
Yes.
And would you share with him your category and what you're doing?
Yes, Roscoe, my category is gospel.
Yes.
Gospel.
Gospel.
Yes.
The word.
The word.
Go on, put the word
and
out there.
song. The word and song.
So as we go with the word, I'm gonna go to this young man, because we know there's another kind of word that's in the expo.
Yes.
And your name, please.
Yeah, my name is Z-Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm hip-hop, you know, just doing my thing.
Hip
Made
hop.
the semifinals, which got me here. And now we got the big business expo popping off, so I guess we just got to do that then.
There you go. There you go. We're going to kind of stay with the Urban Idol, but I want to introduce a very good friend of mine and a special guest as well on the show, Mr. Jean Paul. And it's Louis Jean Paul. Incredible artist. The art that is decorating and showcasing here on the stage is work that he's produced, and a professional entertainer as well. Jean, why don't just, I know you've been to the expo and other things. Please just share some.
Yeah, my name is Louis Jean Paul from Haiti
Yes.
originally. Percussionist, vocalist extraordinaire.
Now that says a lot. Extraordinary. I'll go with that one. You know, what I want to do, I want to concentrate on the Urban Idol aspect, because that's what we're here to do, and then speak on the entire vision that Harold Hambrick has. And I'm going to let you, please, kind of coordinate this for us, Randy, as you do.
Well, first of all, what I did was I utilized my school tour to notify some of those acts about the Urban Idol, about the auditions and stuff that we have. We have a radio station which is in Pasadena. It's on KBLA 1580 AM. We utilize that to put out the word about the Urban Idol, to get people to call in about information. We also did an event in Watts where there was a few hundred people there. We also put many words out about the Urban Idol. So the first day that it came up, the crowd was pretty pleasing for us.
What would you call numbers in terms of pleasing? What would you?
Well, you know, initially you're talking about 45, 50 people and stuff like that. You know,
Yes.
first time
Yes.
that we did, and then the numbers they started to pick up with the advent of more advertisement, more word of mouth and stuff like that.
I'm sure that artists or participants that come in are sharing the information, and the vibe is getting out there.
Definitely.
Yes.
The word got out there, and we were very pleased with the talent that auditioned.
Yes.
Everybody can't make it, of course, but you know, the ones that made it to the semifinals and the finals, they're all great acts.
Well, you know, what I understood is anybody that applied and put themselves positively forward was winner when they came into the LA Black Expo and trade show, and especially through the Urban Idol aspect of it. And Kalila,
Yes.
talk to me. Because the reason I went there like that, and I don't want to put you on the spot, is because earlier you were talking about a way that you found out about it, and your whole presentation with that.
Yeah, well, I've always been shy with my talent. It took till the age of 14 for my mother to actually break me out of that you know, shyness and sing solo in church.
Okay.
Yeah, the very first song I sung was an old spiritual tune, Lead Me.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, as far as the expo, I was on my way coming home from an interview. I picked up an Our Weekly, which is the African American version of, what is it? Not Us Weekly, but LA Weekly. Yeah. Yeah, it was the our version of LA Weekly, and I was just looking through it, reading the different articles, and I saw the Black Business Expo. And a couple friends of mine will be in the fashion show. Then I saw the talent competition. It said the last day to audition was August 23rd. Well, I found that on August 22nd. So I said, okay, I need to make a point to go down to Hollywood Park and audition. And, you know, I'm happy that even when I started off with a cappella, I think I was one of the only people who started with a cappella, but that a cappella got me this far.
Well, it certainly got you here on the Jazz Zone show, that's for sure.
Yes.
You know, because as I was saying, they're all winners.
Yes.
But the winners that we have in the house this evening officially are, what is it? What is the next level?
The finals.
So these are semifinals.
These are semifinals. They're going to be performing on the 22nd of September at the Convention Center.
Well,
these are part of the finalists.
You know, when you mention a cappella, since we have no keyboards and there's no bass player, can you give us something right here, right now? Can you give the audience something?
Can I give the audience something? Yes, I can. I'll be honored to.
Please.
Okay. A little something from Aretha Franklin came to my mind. Looking out on a morning range, I used to feel so tired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so uninspired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel.
Now I'm old school, so you know I'm right there. I am right there. And the way that it felt to me, I saw, I went, I'm conquering. And I can do it with the voice that the Father gave you. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
No problem. Kind of got the last part mixed up, you know, but that's okay.
It's all okay.
I didn't show.
You know what?
Did.
See, and that's one of the things about theater as well, or any of it. It's only mixed up when you tell them.
Very true.
Now, Jacqueline.
Yes.
I have to take the audience back a few days.
Right.
Just a few days, since we're very young folk. You were in a group called
Montage.
And I had the opportunity to kind of work with you, and I hadn't seen you in years, and just coming in the studio was really a blessing, and I'm personally very thankful. And to know that you are in the Urban Idol, it is no doubt in my mind why you're sitting here as a contestant at this level. And I'm gonna put you on the spot, but there's no spot here. We're all, you know, they say spots turn to dots when you do the networking, you know, so we keep the dots in a row. Would you give us a performance? But before you do that, I want you to think, how did you come to the Urban Idol and what happened with that?
All right. Well, actually, I came to the Urban Idol because I used to be a hairstylist behind the scene for the Black Expo. And just doing styles back there, creating the look and watching the models come out on the runway, I had a chance to experience the talent portion and was just knocked off my feet. And I said, that's going to be me up there next year. And I can't believe it, but I am actually here, and I'm just so thankful to be here because everyone's been so wonderful. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And the category is?
My category is gospel.
And I know you do a lot of different work because you're a talented artist.
Thank you.
So, this is your platform.
All right.
Let's give something.
All right. Well, I'm going to take you back further than that because I started singing when I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
So I will do this. Some folks would rather have houses and land. Some folk choose silver and gold. All these things they treasure and forget about their souls. I've decided to make Jesus my choice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, yeah, but ooh wee, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it goes on this Jazz Zone show. It's like that. Ooh, a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
Thank you.
A lot of organization to be sure that the talent gets to where it's going.
That's right.
You know, and I have to come with this thought. Last year we did a show on the Expo, and the director of the Expo, her name is
Myra
Wallace, correct?
Yes.
I think she said she had a jury, and she did that. And Then she got involved with, she had a line of clothing, and she got involved with the modeling, and she took over the fashion show, and now she is directing. This is the progression, and this is what I'm feeling, and it's like the spirit of the expo in terms of what Harold has spoke of is networking. So it's coming in, I'm doing this, and I'm behind the scenes, but we all have multi-talent.
Yes.
And if we don't use it, the Father's not gonna like it. So give me a rap on that. You know, talk to me just a little bit about you, Z-Man.
Well, yeah, as y'all know, I'm Z-Man. My manager, Mocha Jones, she did some searching for me. She found out about the Urban Idol and a few other things, but I just rehearse day and night, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. I love music, you know what I'm saying? So we got in contact with Randy here, and we just did the little auditions at the Urban Idol. I worked hard enough. I guess I got lucky. I made it to the semifinals, and now I'm moving on.
Well, I'm gonna just change that word just a moment, because preparation and timing means you're successful. Lucky, you know, the Father didn't go pass luck, he passed blessings.
Okay.
You know, I just had to go there. Because you know what I want to hit for? And I know these ladies did a couple of things a cappella, but I want to see, or the audience to feel something that you worked on. And I know it's a family affair, and I'm gonna leave that like that. But let's hear 4.
Everybody wanna be an MC, but that's one thing that's funny to me.
It's called Flossy. Basically, a song about MCs today, you know, how they got their jewelry and their cars and their women, and it's just basically, it's all just gibberish to me, you know what I mean? So I basically is just putting myself in a position where me and these fancy cars with these women, but I still got a message in that song. So if you listen close, you'll understand it real clearly.
Excellent.
Fantastic, fantastic. Because we need the message. We need the message.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do here, I think, okay, we got the message, and you're rapping that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a rap, that's for sure. You know, and I know that you had said that your manager was looking at other places and you performed professionally. And for a young man to have a good, solid message and to be involved, I applaud you as well, and I applaud your family, because it does take the entire village to make it happen.
Thank you.
What I want to do right now is I want to kind of bring this all into, we're going to take a little pause for the cause, and I want to also introduce the president of the LA Black Business Expo and Trade Show, and go from there and look at the total vision, because we just got a great look at what is happening with the Urban Idol. So if we can just go to that, we're gonna cut. R&B, gospel, rap. The Urban Idol program is fantastic, and that coordinator that you have, he must be working his tail off in order to be sure they bring this together. We have with us Mr. Harold Hambrick, the president of the LA Black Business Expo and Trade Show. And yes, let's give him a hand, because, you know, we all are part of that. Harold, I've enjoyed, I've seen, I took part in it last year. I'm certainly glad to be back with you. Please give us your vision, and let's talk about the expo and why people need to come down to the expo right away.
Well, let me first of all identify, I guess, the father of Urban Idol as we see it.
Yes.
Lonzo from over at Club Hall of Fame at the Hollywood Casino.
Yes.
He had the vision a few years ago, and he kept saying, man, let's try to do something together. And, you know, 3 years ago, we decided, hey, it makes a lot of sense, because, you know, we think of all the talent that's in the community, and there's no way for folk to really put their talent out there. So we planned the first Urban Idol. Barbara was a partner with Lonzo and bless her in the spirit, because she passed right after we did the first one. But it was such a good turnout. I think we had over 100 and some contestants, even in the first one, man. We stayed up to after midnight, just looking at talent. And what blew me away was the fact that I was almost like anti-rap, other than Snoop, and all of a sudden, all of this spoken word and rap was coming. And then when I really started listening to it, and we had a rule about radio ready. If it had profanity in it, we would cut it, and you was off the stage. And everybody, to a person, just cooperated with us, and we got some real interesting sounds. And I told Randy, I said, man, I think we're working on what we call the West Coast sound.
Yes.
And from there, it just evolved. And the first year, I can't even think of the young lady's name who came in after the spoken word and rap. She sung a gospel song at the end. She blew them away. She won the first year.
Okay.
And then, last year we went again. Here we go, R&B.
Yes.
We had, gospel, spoken word, and hip hop.
Yes.
And then, we was cooling and we thought we'd heard everything. Third Timothy came along. The brother had that original piece about Katrina.
Yeah. Ooh.
He talked about Katrina like she was a chick that walked down Central Avenue, man. I never heard nobody talk about a hurricane.
Yeah, like that.
And he put it down.
Yes, he did.
And guess what? He blew everybody away.
Yes.
He took Urban Idol last year, and no telling who will take it this year. And the camaraderie when we had the prelims and everything, it turns out to be just a happy family. So we have folk who, like this young lady said, she was looking for somewhere to show her talent, reads Our Weekly. Next thing she knows, she's at the Hollywood Casino, go through the semifinals, and here we are in Pasadena on stage.
Yes.
And all we're doing is attempting to create opportunity and give exposure. And my hat is off to you with Jazz Zone, because we have formed a partnership, not only with music, but we're also doing some things and making a serious statement about art in LA, because LA is really short on culture. The black culture thing in LA is real short. But when we finish with it, brother, we're gonna be legends, because we're gonna make history with the talent that's here.
Yes.
With John Paul and other folks. So we're rolling.
Yes. Yes. Let's talk about other aspects, because I want to come to I says, oh wow, that's great. They got the Urban Idol. What else do they have at the expo?
Well, we have A to Z.
Okay.
We have everything from Kids World.
Yes.
That's for folk from babies to 12.
Yes.
So parents, if you want to come and enjoy the expo, you can bring
the family.
Not nobody to the crib, but somebody walking and talking.
Yeah.
You can leave them in Kids World, and you can go off and enjoy the expo. After you leave Kids World, then you can go off. If you're ready to eat, you can go to the food court.
Yes.
At the food court, we have, the theme is Tasting Black Culture, food court, sponsored by Lars.
Yes.
Everything you can think of. We have restaurants like Shabazz, Cole's, we have Doolin's, we have the Watts Coffee House, and Derek's Jamaican. And after you finish, we got Gwen's Double Dip, the ice cream. So, and the restaurant, in fact, is a 400-seater. There's no other black restaurant in town that seats 400 folk. This year at the expo, what we're telling everybody is, if you want to make some money, you got to focus on service and attitude.
Yes.
In other words, if you got a bad attitude, and if you don't want to give good service, the expo is not the place for you.
Yes.
But this is where this is a training ground for everybody that's involved. And we'll have over 400 exhibitors, including some large corporations, our sponsors, including One United, Farmers, Comerica, Pacificare, and others. We really appreciate their support.
Yes.
The city of LA and everybody else that's, giving us the resources to do this. Because this is a golden opportunity.
And everybody that comes needs to, be supportive of those that are supporting us.
That's right.
Because sometimes we're out in the community and we're supporting, but it's not the circle of support coming back. So
what we're trying to do is harness what we call the black buying power. We spend over $750 billion in America every year.
I want to also just cap on, because I do have this excellent fine artist here in terms of the opportunity that you gave Jazz Zone last year with the Pan-African Film Fest to showcase some artists and fine artists there at the expo, because I was looking at the business. I said, there's a business of culture and there's a business of art, and the artists need to take the opportunity to get involved and do this. And so we will be there. Jean Paul, one of the artists, we have Aziz, and hopefully, I'm gonna put it out there, who am I thinking of? Reginald Webster, Alon, Michael Mazin,
Alice Patrick, all those folks.
You know, so the culture, the business, the networking, the food, 400 seats. Look here, don't get hungry and be at home.
That's right.
And be entertained, because they've just seen a sample of the Urban Idols at this level.
That's right. We have the West Coast Black Music Festival on Saturday, and on Sunday we have West Coast Gospel Live with KJLH.
Okay. A word, last.
Last word. Pretty much for everyone to come out, see the variety of talent, see the variety of blackness.
There you go.
Know, and just for everyone to have the spirit of the Most High in them when we all come together.
Jean Paul.
I have some friends in Santa Monica, Venice. They're white. They were asking me, should they come? Should I come to the Black Expo? I said, why not? Everybody's welcome.
That's right.
You have to come down, because Black Expo is the best things for the artists to come and show their work.
Yeah.
So we want everybody, Oriental, Chinese, Mexican, everybody, to come and enjoy and have a good time.
So what it sounds like you're saying is what Los Angeles is made of need to show up at the expo.
Yes, culture.
Is that a wrap?
That's real.
That sound like it's come from the pulpit and the gospel?
Definitely.
R&B as well?
Yes, sir.
We got the man in the house. Yeah. My name is Roscoe Lee Owens, and I am your host in the Jazz Zone. We appreciate the opportunity to come in your living room or on your computer, wherever you are having the opportunity to see our show. Please do two things. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, September, show up at the convention center and get a positive attitude, some successful servicing, and enjoy yourself and have a great time. And here goes my smile. Enjoy life.